In this lesson we're going to look at, again, the commutative property and the associative property. This time we'll look at it with multiplication of integers. So it asks us to rewrite negative 7 times 18 using the commutative property and then simplify. And so remember, the commutative property says I can multiply in any order I want. So the way to write this, of course, is to put 18 first times negative 7. But we understand that whenever there's an operation in front of a negative, we better put that in parentheses. So even if there's no parentheses around the negative 7 here, if it's going to come second, it needs parentheses. And then we've also learned that a positive times a negative is negative. So I know that my answer is going to be negative when I go to simplify it. But we need to find out what 18 times 7 is. So 7 times 8 is 56. Carry my 5. 7 times 1 plus 5 is 12. So my answer is negative 126. The next one asks us to rewrite 4 times negative 6 in parentheses times negative 2 using the associative property and simplify. So remember, the associative property just says that you can group things differently. You can choose which two numbers to multiply first, and it doesn't really matter. So to rewrite this using the associative property, we're going to put our large set of parentheses around the second two numbers, and we'll multiply by the first number after we're done with that. So the thing I want to point out here is negative 6 has parentheses around it in this original expression because there's a multiplication sign right next to that negative 6. And so we've got to kind of protect that negative. But now that there's the big parentheses here anyway, I can feel free to drop those parentheses around negative 6 and just let it look like this. Negative 2 still needs the parentheses because of this multiplication symbol. Now I can go ahead and simplify. I know that a negative 6 times a negative 2 is going to give me a positive 12. And of course, a positive times a positive is positive. And so my answer is 48.